Hey, good morning. This is encouragement and motivation from my heart. I hope you guys have had a wonderful weekend so far. It's Friday, so yay! I know it can be hard to even get excited about the fact that it's Friday with this whole COVID thing going on, but I hope and I pray that you're able to think on something else other than COVID this weekend and be able to enjoy what you have around you instead of what you're not able to do. Today, I kind of wanted to share just a little bit with you an epiphany, I guess you can say, that I learned today during my time with God. And I hope and I pray that it gives you some food for thought as well. Today, it's called motivation. And my last 2 years of high school, I went to a technical school and I fell in love with public speaking. Not just any kind of public speaking, though. It was the kind that raised excitement or motivation within a person. It was like a rush of adrenaline every single time that I got to speak in front of a huge crowd of people. I never understood why, because I know a lot of people are scared of getting up in front of people and talking to them. But as I began to draw closer to God, I started learning some things as far as why I would get excited. Well, before I decided to join the military full time, I went to college for public speaking because, again, I loved it. And when I was supposed to take my exam, my finals, I had pneumonia and I couldn't go to school, and the school would not let me make them up. They wanted me to take all the classes over again, and I did not want to. So I ended up, a week and a half before I was supposed to go to basic training for the Guard, I ended up going for active duty. So I switched over. And in basic training, the TI that I had came up to me, and when we were all getting shots and stuff, and anybody who's been in the military knows that there's the long line of shots when you are in basic training that you have to get. So he came up to me, it was like right in front of my face. And he's, you're getting the whole spit. And at that time, I don't know if I had no, I didn't have glasses that time. And he had asked me what I wanted to be when I grew up. And I said a motivational speaker. And he said, well, motivate me. And I have no clue what I said. To this day, I still don't even know. But I know from that time on, he called me motivator throughout all of basic training. After basic training, I kind of lost track of the desire as I began my career in the military. But I always still enjoyed and had like a spark whenever I was able to encourage or to motivate other people. It not only made them feel better because they were able to like get out of their slump, whatever slump that they were in, but it also made me feel better knowing that they were moving forward. And so at different points in my life, I found it was easier to motivate others than it was myself. And today I realized, was it because my motivation was based off of temporary or changing motivations? Now, why did I think about that, and why am I talking to you about it today? Well, I'm doing a study with my friend out of First Chronicles. And in First Chronicles, anybody who's taken a look at it, it's a bunch of genealogy, like for the first couple chapters. But today I was like, okay, let me just read through this, see if I get anything out of it. And as I was reading, there were some questions that came out of it. Well, one of the questions that it's like an extended study of it, one of the questions had me refer to Ezra, chapter 1, verse 5. It says, to the family leaders of Judah and Benjamin, along with the priests and Levites, everyone God had motivated, prepared to go up and rebuild the Lord's house in Jerusalem. I was like, wait a minute, what? It had the word motivated in there? God had motivated. And so then I was curious, what other scriptures in the Bible have motivation or motivated? When I looked at other versions of the Bible, it had said God had stirred up their spirit, or that pretty much he stirred them up. But there are two other verses in the Bible that have the word motivated in them. 1 Thessalonians chapter 1, verse 3 says, we recall in the presence of our God and Father your work produced by faith, your labor motivated by love, and your endurance inspired by hope in our Lord Jesus Christ. Hebrews 11, verse 7, by faith Noah, after he was warned about what was not yet seen and motivated by godly fear, built an ark to deliver his family. By faith he condemned the world and became an heir of righteousness that comes by faith. So I look at those and I'm like, okay, motivated by godly fear, motivated by love. The Ezra first, chapter 1, verse 5 just said God had motivated. So that's what brought me to my question today is, and it's the same question I want to challenge you with as well, is where or who are you getting your motivation from? And is it something that's always constant or never changing? You know, because sometimes when you ask people this question, and even myself, you know, what are you motivated by? Well, I'm motivated by family, you know, my love for my family, or I'm motivated to just keep going and to succeed and to do this. Well, the thing is succeeding changes. Your family changes. But what is it that's constant, never changing, always the same? Well, anything that's connected with God, right? So godly fear or love, the love of God, those things never change. So just as I'm going to reflect on this and kind of redirect my thinking, as you would say, I want you to think on this today too. Where or who are you getting your motivation from? And is it something that's always constant, never changing? This is encouragement and motivation from my heart, and I hope that this encourages you and inspires you to continue moving forward. Don't let yourself get down by what's going on out there and in the news and all that kind of stuff. Be motivated by something constant that's never changing. And I, for one, can tell you, I know that God is constant and never changing. And if you have not been able to experience God's love or his perseverance or his mercy or his grace, please reach out and I will call you up and talk to you about his love and his mercy and his grace that is everlasting. I hope you guys have a wonderful day.